Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring your Nichols Words, and today I'm going to answer the question, why so many study Bibles? Now as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 if you count the Tanakh. Now that's a lot of study Bibles, and the question is, do you possibly use all of these study Bibles? Why do you have so many study Bibles? Well, first of all, I've got very limited shelf space. So that would be reason number one, is limited shelf space. Because I have limited shelf space, I can't afford to have these huge commentary sets that are based on various translations, various schools of thoughts, and various theological bends. So I have to resort to using study Bibles, which I can get a large amount of volumes, a large amount of translations, and a large amount of perspectives for a little bit of shelf space. Now, for those of you that are looking at this, I don't stack them this high. This is just for the purpose of this video. So that will be one reason, is lack of shelf space. The second reason is wide range of perspective, and that would be you could get your Calvinist perspective or your Reformed perspective in the Reformed Study Bible, sort of in your ESV Study Bible, but I actually consider that one pretty balanced. You have your Pentecostal perspective with your Life in the Spirit Bible. You have your charismatic perspective, which some people wouldn't want, in your Spiritual Warfare Bible. You have your apologetics, you have your Catholics, you have your Orthodox. You also have your study Bibles that are less in the sense of a particular style of study in subject, but more of a systematic study of the Bible, like your Thompson Chain Reference, which I actually forgot to bring over here, which is on my shelf. And we have the Open Bible. We also have some that focus on archaeology, some that focus on systematic theology, some that focus on the backgrounds. We have some that focus on the Holy Land. We also have some that give a particular person's perspective. So the first reason would be shelf space. The second reason would be to have a wide range of perspectives in small volumes, to where you don't have to look at this 12, 15 volume set and dig through stuff. So the third reason that I would have so many study Bibles is ease of use. It's very simple for me to think, okay, what did the early church think about such and such a situation? Then what do? I go to my Ancient Faith Study Bible, which is right here. What is a Christian Jew's perspective of this? Then I will go to the Complete Jewish Study Bible. What does John MacArthur think about it? Then I go to the MacArthur Study Bible. So on and so forth. This one is more of like your standard Pentecostal kind of Assembly of God, if you want to kind of look through that vein. What backgrounds, what cultures were the people of Israel in? What were the nations around them like? That's where I'll go to the Cultural Backgrounds Study Bible. So you can see it offers a wide range of topics and a wide range of subjects with just a few volumes. Because I'm telling you, there are some commentary sets that have about this many volumes, but you're only going to get kind of one brain behind it or one school of thought behind it. Also, with this, when I think, okay, what does someone who doesn't believe Jesus is Messiah, what do they think? Now, obviously, you're going to have only the Old Testament. That's when I turn to the Art Scroll Tanakh. So there's a lot of good stuff to glean from having so many different study Bibles. Now, the best type of study Bible, if you're only going to have one, I would say is a translation study Bible, like your ESV Study Bible, or your NIV Study Bible, or your KJV Study Bible, your NLT Study. Now, what's really cool about this NLT Illustrated Study Bible is it is the NLT Study Bible, plus it is an illustrated Bible all in one. That's another great thing about study Bibles, is they contain maps, they contain articles, and various things all throughout that will help you kind of have a well-rounded study in a relatively handheld volume. Now these can be thick. So another thing that I like about having a bunch of translations or a bunch of study Bibles is having a bunch of translations to be able to kind of say, okay, let's go to the ESV and read it here, and then you have your commentary there. Let's go to the NLT and read it here, and you have your commentary there. So while this does look like a ridiculous amount of study Bibles, when you really consider most people's libraries who have multiple commentary sets, it will take up way more space than this. And if you really, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 bookshelves, and that's it. So once I'm out of space, I'm out of space. I don't really want to cram my office full of bookshelves. So that's the reason I have so many study Bibles. Number one is because shelf space. Number two is because I want a wide range of perspectives. Number three is because it gives me all these translations kind of in a readable, easy to use volume set. It gives you color, it gives you pictures, and just this wide range of perspectives from charismatic all the way down to hardcore reformed. So Anyhow, that's why I have so many study Bibles. So if you've got any questions about any of these, let me know, because I am very familiar with them all. I do use them all on a fairly regular basis. But the two that I grab the most are these two: the Life in the Spirit Study Bible and the ESV Study Bible. These are the two that are must-haves in my library. If I had to sacrifice all but two, these are the two. Now, if I had to sacrifice all but one, this is tough. I mean, I'm not putting on here, but I'm going to say I would hang on to this one just because of the balance that it brings, even though I could really go either way. It's really a struggle. So anyhow, let me know your favorite study Bibles. Let me know how many you have in the comments. Meanwhile, keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.